Hi everybody, so I kind of wanted to do a just makeup takeoff and my normal routine for my skincare. So it's kind of the end of the week and this is how I do just kind of like my weekend prep to kind of get my face ready for the rest of the week. I usually do this on Sunday, so today is Super Bowl Sunday. So I usually do this on Sundays just to kind of unwind, relax. We've gotten out, to eat with the family or just do different events. Usually we go to church, things like that. So now it's kind of like, let me unwind, let me relax. And I kind of wanted to show you guys how I do my routine, how I take care of my skin. And for me now being in my 40s, it's really important. But I started this like probably 15 years ago, if not before that, only because I've always seen my mom take care of her skin using things like the Pond's cold cream, astringents, or her own DIY masks, and I kind of taken on the same thing, and my daughter does the same. So taking care of my skin is really important, and I feel like it's the foundation to making your makeup look really nice and just feeling good in general, and kind of prolonging more invasive anti-aging treatments, things like Botox or fillers, things like that. So for me, if I can prolong having to do any of those things, that's really important, and just kind of keeping that really nice and glowy skin. And especially now that we're in Mexico City and the high altitude, my skin has been a lot more dull and drier. And so I've just been having to do this skin routine, not just on Sundays anymore, but more Wednesdays and Sundays, just to kind of keep on top of it. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with the skincare routine. If you are new, I'm Chanel with Color Me Stylish. I would love to have you. I love doing skincare routines, outfit inspirations, and just kind of looking and feeling your best as you get older or in your 40s and staying stylish. If that's something that interests you, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and hit your notifications so when I upload, which is every week, you won't miss a video. So the first thing that I like to use when taking off my makeup, and I think it will kind of show up backwards, but I'll do close-ups on all of the products and I will link them down in the description box, is one of my favorite things to use just to kind of get that top layer of all the makeup off is the Neutrogena makeup wipes. And it takes off everything and you don't have to rub hard, you don't have to scrub, but as you can see, it just kind of takes off all of that makeup instantly, and it's just really gentle and there's just no scrubbing, nothing like that. So what I'm going to do is just kind of, as you can see, it takes it right off instantly. So I'm going to go ahead and take off all of this with my makeup wipe and kind of show you guys how I do that and then the next steps. So the next thing that I would do is I would use the Garnier, and this is the micellar water, the all-in-one. I like this one more so just for my eyes especially, because sometimes I like to use a black waterproof eyeliner, and it's just, this really just gets all of that extra gunk off around the eyes, but still in a really gentle way. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so one of the other things, and especially why I like to do this on Sundays, is because I have a lot more time and I try to just make it my self-care day. I have a lot more freedom. Everybody's home. Nobody needs to be picked up or dropped off or anything like that. So I can kind of just really take my time. And as you can hear the sound in the back, I know it's a little unconventional, but I don't have a face steamer. So if you have one of these in your closet, I usually always keep it in the closet. It is a clothes steamer, so you don't want to put this too close to the face because it can burn. But I like to just kind of steam my face, open up the pores, because I know I'm going to be doing a face mask. And before I do that, I can just kind of check to see if there's any blackheads or anything else that I need to clean out before I put the mask on. of like a holder for this. I can just like, just lay here or stand here. Maybe I should have one of my kids, just pay them to hold it for like 5 minutes. The steamer is really good because it does have like an acceleration button, so it's not like a lot of steamers where they have like full blast coming out, and it can definitely burn you. This one comes out really nice and light, and I'll link this one as well. I think, yeah, the company is Oyster, and I know they do sell this at Target. And just kind of cleaned up around my nose and on my chin and some of the whiteheads that I had on my forehead right here. And then I had one that was kind of, you can see a little zit here coming out as well. So I'm just kind of finishing up my monthly, and of course it's either I break out before it comes, you know, or it's like I get them right in the middle of the week, and then they start to disappear as it's over. It's crazy. One of my favorite DIY masks. It is with a clay base that I pick up from Target, and is the Aztec Healing Clay Mask. And I will of course link everything down below, and I've done a video on this before. I will link that in the cards as well. It's one of my favorites. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that together and put that on. So to mix this mask, I like to start with, this is the Aztec Healing Cream, or sorry, Healing Clay. About a spoon and a half. And then I like to mix in, you can take any of the lemon juice or lime juice that you have, and this is really good just for the brightening of the skin. And this is just for softening the skin. It's really nice as well. That wasn't in the shot, there it is. And this is really good just to add to, and it does say it's recommended for this mask as well, just for acne and anything else that you might have. And I like to put in about a teaspoon of that and just kind of mix that into a paste. Nice to pick up their face mask kind of tools, and it's just like a more flexible wand, and that just helps to get it onto the skin really smooth. Okay, so I know I look crazy, but this is the mask, so I went ahead and I just put it all over, and it's been on for probably 5 minutes now, and I'm going to leave it for about probably 10 minutes more. So while I do that, I'm probably just going to start organizing my closet, but then I'll come back in with a warm cloth and just kind of take this off. But yeah, what I like to do is bring it all the way down my neck, because you don't want to just stop right here. And I know for myself, I get breakouts right at the end, and it's because I feel like sometimes the makeup is left behind if I didn't clean all the way down, and it can just kind of cause that irritation. And when I get facials professionally, I know that they say to kind of bring that down as well, because you want to tighten, you know, the neck area as well, and just kind of keep that firm and things like that, as well as the face. You don't want to just kind of stop right here. So I like to kind of bring that down. So that's one of my tricks to do as well. But I'm starting to feel like I can't even talk anymore. So when I'm ready to wipe this off, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead, I just went in the shower just to kind of wash it off. It was just a lot easier and faster, and I was going to take a shower anyway. So now that I'm out and I've cleaned my face off from the mask, I'm going to go in, and this is the Thayers, And this is the facial toner and the witch hazel and the rose petal. So one of the other things that I kind of missed since moving down here, and I need to see if I can order it from somewhere, but it was the Sk2 Facial Essence. I first discovered it when we were in Japan, and I moved, when we came back to the States after that vacation, I was able to find it in Saks or Nordstrom, online, even Amazon. And since coming down to Mexico City, I haven't found it anywhere, and I missed that, and I felt like that was one of the big things that I used to use in my facial routine. But for now, I will use my witch hazel, but I am going to have to find that. I will link that down below, but I definitely recommend that. That is just something that also added to the moisture of my skin and just made it feel really smooth. So I'm on the hunt. I need to find that. So also with using the mask, because I was able to kind of mix a good amount, you never want to waste it. And so I usually keep like empty jars around of product that I used to have that, I just kind of wash it out and keep empty. And so I've kept, I put the extra in here so that like on Wednesday, midweek, if I just kind of want to touch up, clean the face, do another mask, at least I have extra and I don't have to go through the process of making it, because during the week is a lot more busier, and I just kind of keep this in the fridge so that it can stay really nice and cool. So, just kind of adds to the cooling effect of the skin. And then some of the other products, so because this is my Sunday, full on facial routine, it's a little bit more steps, but I don't mind that because it's kind of like my wind down time. But during the week, my day-to-day items that I definitely like to use, this is the CRV Hydrating Cleanser, and this is something I use to wash my face with every day, and then just to at least 2 to even sometimes 3 days a week. For me and for my age, I like to just use a light exfoliator. And the Total Effects, this is something that I recently picked up as well, only because the beads are really small and it's really just gentle on the skin, but still exfoliates or polishes a little bit. Or another really good tip for DIY, just to kind of scrub or exfoliate and brighten, I like to use sugar and just kind of, put like a tablespoon in a bowl and then just kind of mix that with either some honey or just a dash of lemon juice and just kind of scrub the face and clean that off. And that's another DIY facial, just scrub treatment that I like to use. That's just all natural and really good for the face. That I have, the toner, and it's all set into the skin. I like to use like a vitamin C, something that's more brightening, just for the different marks and things like that that I have on my face. And so I recently picked this up, but I just like trying different products that have that vitamin C in it. And it just comes with a little dropper, and I just... least, once this is kind of set into the skin and it's not as wet anymore, I like to go in with this is a new product that I am trying, and it is the Skin Renewing Retinol Serum from CRV, I don't know, I keep butchering that, sorry, but just kind of taking just a little bit, about that much, and just kind of, okay. So let's try this again. Put a little bit in there, and then of course I like to add it on my neck as well and just kind of get that all in. just for a little bit. So I've never been the person like, oh, I need to have this face cream and then I need to have that eye cream. I just use the same cream that I'm using on my face, and I just kind of put a little bit around my eyes and just kind of be a little, you know, and just, you got to be a little bit more gentle because that's like really thin skin. But honestly, and I'm no professional, but I just feel like eye cream is like the same face cream in a smaller packaging. And then I can add that up here on the top. So I like to kind of just pat that in underneath, all over, just so I'm gentle with that area, not pulling, and that's it. And then probably in about 10 minutes, what I usually do, I didn't have to do this before, I was in Mexico City, but because it's been so much drier, what I'll do is I'll just kind of go back in with a lighter, just facial lotion. So one of the ones that I do like to use is the Clinique Moisture Surge, and just kind of add that in once this has kind of like penetrated and soaked in to the skin, just because my skin's been a lot more drier, and as I get older, it's getting more drier, but still oily in certain places. So it's like a true combination skin, but the places that used to be dry are definitely getting more drier. Last but not least is I like to use my Aquaphor, my healing ointment, and just kind of moisturize my lips. And then what I do is I kind of take whatever's extra and I pass it over my eyelashes. And I noticed that when I do this, they stay more moisturized, they don't fall out as much, like I don't lose eyelashes, and they actually get a little bit longer because they're not dry. And I notice it when I put on my mascara, they're a lot more defined because they're taken care of. And that's it. So that is it for my weekly full-on facial routine. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I will answer them as soon as possible. But I thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe and hit your notifications as I upload videos every week, and I will see you in the next one.